can't park there, sir.
Welcome to the start of a brand new season with TFG Sim Racing. It's round one of the Street Stock Championship, coming to you from the legendary Eldora Speedway, ladies and gentlemen. Known as the Big E, Eldora is one of the most iconic dirt circuits in the world, and it has got high bank corners, multiple racing grooves, and constantly changing track conditions that makes this place a true driver's challenge. Every lap, the surface evolves, grip comes and goes, lines shift, and the adaptability becomes the key to success. These street stock cars are perfectly suited to this environment with their mechanical grip and their racecraft that matters more than raw speed. Round one sets a tone for the entire championship. Early momentum matters and consistency is crucial. Add mistakes, they are costly. Surface, well, that offers no guarantees. Well, this is like TFG Sim Racing, ladies and gentlemen, and this is their street stock championship. It all begins right here at Eldora Speedway, and I'd like to welcome you all officially to the broadcast here today. My name is the one and only Zach O'Reilly, and in the box soon will be the other man, Mudflap Munro. He will be coming your way soon. I hope you guys are enjoying what you're looking for. This is the practice session. We're going to get into what these boyos are getting into tonight. It is going to be a out there balls to the wall racing fashion. We're at Eldora Speedway, and it is the stock car challenge. No qualifying tonight for these boys. It's a fixed setup event, so they've all got the same setup underneath them. It's who can steer it best, that's for sure. Heat races are 8 laps, and then there will be a feature of 40 laps to come. It is a groovy 78 degrees Fahrenheit out there, and it's about 87 on the track as well, so a little bit of hotness out there, but just that nice temperature that these boys can get themselves into and go for it. Partly cloudy and a little bit of wind. They're about a couple of kilometres in the old metric department rather than the imperial stuff. For 2 miles an hour is all that these guys need. And we've got a few cars on the grid here tonight, and we've got some quick drivers out there for sure. Let's have a look. We've got the number 4 of Carson Cherry. He's right next to Preston Wrighthouse here at the moment. Tanner Blue in the 141 car also on there. The second quickest man on the track at the moment is the 07 of Bigford. Then we've got Donnie Watts out there at the moment, who is just taking the high line, chasing him around here. We've got about 30 seconds or about before this practice session ends, and Stephen Cochran will be wanting to do anything but that, sitting in the pit lane when it comes to the heats, ladies and gentlemen. I can give you the hot tip. Good to see you out there. Profitable 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 as well. Everyone out there in YouTube land in the chat, good to have you with me tonight. This is going to be awesome. It's our first time hosting here with these boys in Sensational TV, so I hope you're liking the graphics, the new vision that you see out there as well, clear as crystal for these boys, and we'll see every single bit of action coming your way tonight, and it's going to be pretty interesting. Bigford and Blackburn, who's in the pit sitting around there, only separated at the moment by 35 hundredths of a second. Jeez Louise, that's pretty good, around 0.8 of a mile around this circuit, that is for sure. Bigford's putting it into the pits as well. Cherry's just flipping and dancing, and into the camera he goes. That is not how his night wants to go, I can give you the hot tip, but that is the practice session done, ladies and gentlemen, and the results as follows. If they will pop up, well, they say they would, but they won't, because the grid is about ready to rock and roll. And this is the first heat, ladies and gentlemen. Bickford, Feek, Wrighthouse, Pedersen in James. Good to see one of Sensational's own James Pedersen in there as well. Joseph Groom having a go. Dylan Blackburn will round out 6th place on this. We've got some more cars to enter the field very, very shortly, I'm sure, and we'll see how these boyos go. But this one here is on like Donkey Kong. They're gridding, they're ready to rock and roll. We're gonna have to go to and see where they are, because now these boys are ready to rock and roll. The lights are up, and they're about to start forming their way out of the grid behind the pace car. This is going to be very, very interesting. How many times are we going to see this thing tonight in the first of the 8-lap heats? I don't know, but to tell you what, it's going to be up to these two gentlemen out in the front leading the charge. It's going to be Feek and Bickford line astern. as they get themselves settled in and race ready to go. This is going to be interesting, I guarantee you. It's going to be who can get the high line, who's going to take the low line, if I can speak correctly, and go for it. That is anyone's guess. Some good looking liveries out there too, mind you, as well. So you won't be confused about what these guys are about to go and do out there. This is going to be interesting. Bigfoot, Feek, and everyone all lining up. Birdhouse, Righthouse in there, Pedersen, Groom and Blackburn will be your grid. Here at these 7 cars on and ready to rock and roll. The pace truck is just raining its way through. It will form in very, very shortly. And once those lights go green, we are on like Donkey Kong for some action here, ladies and gentlemen. Get yourself strapped in out there if you haven't already. And get ready, because racing is not too far away here in the opening heat. Here, 9 lappers, and we are lights up. And we are about to set going green, green, green here, and they are ready to rock. And now it's a good little run there from Bigfoot. He's got right out into the lead, into the low line. He's taken it beautifully, that 07 car. Righthouse is right behind him there. We've got Feet, Curry all involved in there too. This is incredible stuff. The number 3 car is just sliding his way up through the midline. Now it's a bit line astern, monkey see monkey do up the inside. Here's the 48 of Blackburn trying to get that car done as well. He gets the job done on Dylan on the low line. So he's going to keep flying his way through this field. Just taking that one very, very nicely indeed. Gets it through there. Apexes it lovely, and out the other side, slides it up there. There's a car in the background. That was Groom having a bit of a moment there. He's come out of it nicely. These guys are fine. They're still racing around beautifully here. It's a little bit of a gap, 6/10 to Bigfoot over Righthouse. Then we've got Blackburn only sitting in 3rd place. He's so close here. It's very, very close to him indeed. And look at that wagging from the 531 car, Righthouse, who's now got him up the inside. Preston Righthouse is just flying. The inside wheel is just jacking its way into the dirt and just digging and sending it through. This is cracking stuff. Look at that thing. 2x2 line astern, nearly crosses off the rear bumper and his front bumper as well, but forms right back in behind the man who is the wrong house in the moment. But right now he's looking pretty correct. This is good stuff. Straight through again. Bigfoot still leading. Good little tussle here between these two. On the slide and on the inside run goes Presthouse. Blackbird's going to try and fight it the long way around and go for the inside switchback. Does so. Onto the dirt he goes and gets that job done on Preston. Lovely, lovely race. 4 to go in this opening heat. Cochrane's still a fair way back there. He's not on the track, in fact. He's just still flying around. And it is now Bigfoot leading this race. Blackburn in second. Then we've got Brighthouse, Feek and Jace Pedersen behind, who's just starting to come into his own. He's just first time out in these things. And with 3 laps in, he's got a beautiful, beautiful scenario here to get himself settled and ready to rock and roll. But it is still this man out leading the race. 2 laps to go in this heat. It is Bigfoot's show here at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. Take your hats off. Goodness gracious me. Blackburn there. He's racing around pretty well too. So we've got these guys going hammer and tongs. And now it is all over it. These guys are racing and racing and racing and racing. And it is the white flag here for Tyler Bigfoot. He's going to take this one by a country mile. Blackburn is going to settle for second there as well, and so is Preston. It's also. But he's got a little bit of company now. Just coming late at this one was Dylan Feet too. So he's found the pace here late on, but it's not going to be enough here. It's going to be this man who is going to take the checkered flag as we go across, and that is a beautiful scenario for that man. Lovely, lovely drive there from Bigfoot. He took it, and he took it very, very easily indeed. Blackburn gets second. Preston Righthouse in the 48 car as well in Blackburn, just having a little bit of a moment there also. That's heat 1. The grid is set. Now we're going to have the next phase of these boys come through. The second half of the grid are going to be forming up very, very shortly. That's Mike Mennies as well. So they're all sitting here in the pit lane right behind the safety truck, as we like to call it here, and the pace truck is the official name for it too. And it's Meanies and Cochrane are going to be the ones to get themselves ready and rocking and rolling for this next event. Get yourself set and ready, ladies and gentlemen. This is the second half of the grid. This is where it gets a bit feisty, because these guys are now trying to get themselves up in position so they can start up the order in the feature race coming their way. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see if these boys can do exactly what they need to out there. And fingers crossed, they're going to be there, and they're going to be racing very, very hard indeed. Cochrane, Meanies, Cherry, Watts and Blue is your grid, ladies and gentlemen. Thinking about what they're doing, warming up those tyres is the number 4 of Carson Cherry. Number 30 is Mike Meanies. Number 51 is Stephen Cochrane. Then you've got Donnie Watts the 3rd and Tanner Blue all rounding out this grid in the rear end. So they're going to be fighting their way and see who can get the pace off these guys. It is cracking stuff. Cracking event. This is where the nerves start to get a little bit, you know, tighter on the old steering wheel. Does the grip become, and the palms are getting a little bit sweaty in the gloves in sim racing land. It still happens. We're all humans. The human element is the biggest thing. And that is exactly why we go sim racing, ladies and gentlemen. Can't afford the real stuff? Jump on the PC. If you can't afford the real stuff, well, you got the best of both worlds. Virtual and IRL, as the pace truck has come in. Now we are getting ready to go. The lights are up. It is going to be green very shortly here, and they are off. Here we go. That is a beautiful start there from Meanies. Up the inside straight there. There goes Carson Cherry in the number 4 car. He's sticking on the low line. The mid-track is where Meanies is, but Cherry's looking for an overlap here in that number 4. He can't get the job done, though. They're filing their way through. This is the first lap. They're looking very racy here. Taking the low line is the option for Carson Cherry. Stephen Cochran in the background's having a good old tussle there too, but Donnie Watts, a third there in the 74, was just having a little bit of a jack moment there. He thought he had it, but he's got too much grip and it's lost him all that momentum and position. Look at this though. The lead of the racing is on. That is number 30 and 4. Touch and grind there between Carson and Meanies. Oh my goodness gracious me. That was close. Look at 30 just jacking its wheel up there, and again too. Holy mackerel indeed. They're cracking on here. This is good stuff. Look at that lead from Carson Cherry though. He is now taken off into the distance. He has got it now with 7 laps to go in this heat. Here comes Tanner Blue though in the 141 car. He is just flying up the inside here now. He's got the number 30 for company and the 51 there too. That is great stuff. Cochran's got no answer, but he's nearly going to go for it. He was going to send it in fat and then just try to accelerate straight out the other side. Can he get that drive? He can't. Carson Cherry is still leading this one though. Meanies in second place, who is being followed by this man on your screen, Tanner Blue. Stephen Cochran though is just trying to find his way back into a little bit of a position here to get himself on the podium, but Carson Cherry leading this one by a good 1.5 seconds here with 5 to go in their opening 9-lap heater. Mike Meanies just filing his way through now, gets the car settled. He's got it and he's found that rhythm and he's found the groove there as well. This man knows how to drive and he's just starting to creep a little bit closer, you know, 100th by 100th on Cherry in front of him. But I'll tell you what, Tanner Blue's coming through at a rate of knots as well. You've got to watch out for this man. He won't be too far off. He is flying around here at the moment. Cracking stuff. And he's just blinking in and out of existence there. A bit of connection error for Tanner Blue. He is racing on. What's happening here in the background is Cochran nearly getting done by Donnie Watts III. He's trying to defend him off like a fighter and a swatter at the moment out in the old summer sun. Goodness me. Up the inside comes Donnie Watts though. Can he get this job done? He's looking pretty racy here. This is for 5th place, albeit last on the grid. 2 to go. He's got the low line done. He's got that job straight away. Oh, a bit of contact there as well. The white flag is out there between himself and he's just crossed up on the exit, and so there was Stephen Cochran too, all slidey, but it's going to be Carson Cherry who's going to take this one by an absolute country mile out here, leading this race from start to finish basically after be the first lap, and he's going to take the checkered flag. Thank you very much, he says. Meanies gets 2nd place, Tanner Blue in 3rd, Donnie Watts the 3rd in 4th place, just 1 place off his last name, and Stephen Cochran number 2, as he likes to be called, gets himself in 5th place. Now this is the warm-up session. It's going to be about a 5-minute break here, ladies and gentlemen, with this warm-up. So you know what that means. That means after the 2 heats that we have just seen, it is now time to go and get yourselves refilled in the condiments department to get set up for the feature race coming your way in about 4.5 minutes time. So I'm going to take a break here in the commentary box for a couple of minutes after a few words from our sponsors here, but get yourselves settled in, get yourself refilled here, and we'll be back at Eldora here at Sensational TV for 2 Fat Guys Sim Racing in just a few moments.
Motto is that safe drivers are lifesavers. If your organisation shares this belief and are planning to improve driver education in your community, SDT Simulator Driver Training has the solution. Many of our simulator users are also gaining a revenue stream by taking their simulators to events and schools for driver education programs. The system can also be set up to run motorsport simulation. Many leading racing drivers are now using simulators to improve their skills. Such software can also be used to show drivers they are not as skilled as they think they are. SDT Simulator Driver Training is a division of Safe Drive Training, one of Asia Pacific's leading driver training providers. We offer affordable driving simulators that are assembled in our Brisbane head office. SDT simulators are now in use across Australia and are expanding into international markets due to their affordable price, unique features, and customization for driver training. Depending on the simulator model being purchased, you will receive a range of training resources to help you to facilitate quality driver education. SDT is the exclusive distributor of Fatal Vision alcohol impairment goggles, marijuana simulation goggles, and drowsy and distracted blinking goggles. All are used to demonstrate the dangers of such impairments on the driver. Also available are driver training posters, driving handbooks, and distracted driving resources. Our simulators make the perfect training tool for drivers to experience how various impairments affect their performance. Contact Simulator Driver Training for more information.
Jokes and speed in perfect union. Racing hearts and
Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting to that time of the day where it is the feature. The 40 lapper coming your way. It's coming here quick, fast, and raw. I can give you the hot tip. These boys know exactly what they're doing. And when it comes to racing, this is when you start to get yourself a little bit nervous out there. And it just gets a little bit hairy. When you start thinking about which way you can possibly get yourself back onto a racing strategy, it can just go by the wayside. And unfortunately for Bigfoot, he was just there at the start and he's just exited the service. So I wonder where he's going to go. But it is time as the sun has set and we are at night racing here at Eldora. So this is the time where these guys can start to get themselves, you know, just that little bit more edgy, just a little bit better in terms of racing. And if I was anything to go off from the practice session and the warm-up I just saw, watching it as you guys had a little bit of a break. I'll tell you what, it was, yeah, it was crash bash, ready to rock and roll. So I have a feeling we're going to have possibly some of the old cautions come out. The yellow flag will be waved and that pace truck out there could be the man that gets probably half the laps of the race, I would say, or even circulates probably at least 2/3 of them. But we hope not, because when it comes to racing, this is where these boys get a little bit feisty and they start to get themselves in that little, that grand scheme of motor racing where it just gets to that point where these boys are just starting to think about how they go about it. And when it comes to motorsport, we know what the palm sweaty stuff happens. And this is where it happens, because the lights are up and we are off and racing already. Beautiful start here in the feature race. It's the 48 Blackburn who's got the job done. But I'll tell you what, Righthouse is trying to get up the inside and go for that inside run there too. Now we're on like Donkey Kong. The cars are just filing their way through. It's 4 versus 48 here of Blackburn versus Cherry. 48 in Blackburn's got the lead. He's following his way around here now. So he's got a lovely little mid-track go here. Look at that sideways there from the number 4. Just nearly had to check himself up there and get himself back into it. Here we go again. We've got 3 or 4 cars. Means, Righthouse, Cherry, Blackburn all in it. Oh, a 30 car up on 2 wheels there. That was close for Meanies. Did he get it pulled up? He did. Goodness me, that was nearly a flipperino for him. But Blackburn is still underneath all sorts of pressure here. Cherry coming at him at a rate of knots. Now it's trying to get himself into that defensive driving position. Takes the middle line, goes for the low mid-track, then files it out the other side. Into the outside apex we go, up against the wall. Number 4 out of 40 is gone already like a flash there. It's happening in the background here, because I'll tell you what, Mike Meanies is trying to find his way back through the field again. He's got the man in front of him, Dylan Fegan, that 3 car, who's just trying to find his right line and rhythm and groove as well. But I'll tell you what, Meanies was just about to flip it over 2 laps ago, but he can't get himself further up the grid. Time is lining out for him. Number 48 of Blackburn leading this one by 0.2 of a second over Cherry in Carson. Now it's going to be these boys just starting to stretch their legs a little bit, I have a feeling, and to get themselves further out of the racetrack and get a bit of clean air so they can afford to battle away without Righthouse, Blue and Groom coming up onto them. So we'll see what those boys can do. It's a cracking little stanza, because here comes Feet around the outside, just sparks the wall there as well. Thought about it, didn't get the job done, but now he's just trying to find his way past him, like Meanies, who also was up in the wall. But Feek is just doing his best job of getting that car up the inside of the number 30, and he does so. Beautiful run there, beautiful driving. Can he get the overtake move done? He can. Straight down the middle line to the low he goes, files it out the other side, chops the bumper off, bumping and grinding between 30 and number 3 here, trading places like it's Pokemon cards here, these two. Oh, and a little bit of contact again, and I'll tell you what, Meanies has just not found his rhythm since that little bit of a mare at the start that he had, and it's happening for him. Cochran, though, and Pedersen are having a good tussle behind them too. So Pedersen is fighting off the man, coming at him at a rate of knots too. The 51 car, 551 in fact, and 44 going at it. Australia versus the American. The only Aussie out there is James Pedersen at the moment, who's doing a great job here. He really is doing it. It's his first time in stock cars and showing these US boys how to do it. But we're still racing on here. Joseph Groom is getting a little bit closer now in the number 11 car to Tanner Blue. Oh no, Tanner Blue, sorry, is way up the field, but it's Watts who is coming up behind him. So it's looking pretty good for Donnie Watts, the 3rd here. He now has to get himself in that rhythm, that very basic, nice livery there. Reminds me of Daytona, the old game back in the day, and he's gone for the low line here. He's got the overlap too, mid-track here, just cutting the radius off the track here early on, and he's got the overtake done. Can he hold it out the other side here for Donnie Watts? He can just, but I'll tell you what, it's very close between himself and Joseph Groom again. Around they go, 2x2 Noah's Ark style, but it's still Joseph Groom just filing his way out. He gets that high line just nailed. Says, thank you, mother, for the rabbits, and I'm out of here. And he's done that exactly right there too. Righthouse, though, he's just starting to get a bit of pressure from behind from Tanner Blue. Tanner Blue just nearly sent it off into the bunda there as well. Just followed his way through onto high line. Look at this oversteer that this man's got in the car behaviour department. Far out. These guys know how to do it. They're putting the maximum control effort into it, and they're racing pretty much as well in hammer and tong style. But this battle has just not stopped. 27 to go, and it's like they're racing for 1 to go here, ladies and gentlemen. 48 versus 4. Dylan Blackburn, Carson Cherry. Oh, look at that sideways. A bit of a touch there between Cherry and Blackburn. That was Cherry just getting him a little bit into the rear quarter panel, and that's hurt them because now Righthouse is only within 9 or 8 tenths of him. It was 1.4 seconds. That little touch there has cost them big time. Can they get this move done between the two of them and get themselves back into that racing groove and just keep powering away from the rest of them? I don't know, but Preston Righthouse is doing a great job. 7 tenths, 8 tenths of a second now. He's cut a tenth out of him on that lap alone. He knows how to do it. He's really, really racing hard here now. He's just finding his way late, and that's what he did in the heats too. He just sort of came on late in the session and finds that groove once the tyres start to phase himself into it. I guarantee you that. And that is what this man's doing, is playing the long, long game. And he's just trying to fight his way back into it. This battle is on again. Watts has got past him in Joseph Groom. So Donnie Watts the third has got past, and now he's trying to get himself further out in front of Joseph Groom and chase these guys down who are 3.5 seconds away from him. It may look like a lot on the timer tower, but you can still see them here on this short radius track, ladies and gentlemen. They're just there. They're literally within arm's length of you. You feel like it be those 2 tenths, 3 tenths of a second. You've got to get yourself in that groove and make sure that you can keep it there and just chip away, basically, at the old lead out of the rest of them in front of you. But this one here has not gone missed of 3 or 4 tenths the whole race so far. 22 to go out of 40. And these boys now, 21 in fact, are just showing them how to do it. This is cracking racing. Great racecraft up and down the field, by the way. Congratulations to this whole Two Fat Guys league here. These guys are showing us how it's done. And look at that close bumping and shoving and little bit of touch again there between Blackburn and Cherry. Cherry nearly turned around the number 48, but he thought twice about it, got out of the throttle, and they're still going. They'll be loving this in the cockpit. It is just hard, fair, clean racing. Don't you worry about it. They're showing us how to do it here. It's number 4 versus 48. He's starting to spice up a bit because here comes Righthouse at the right time, if you don't mind. He's filing his way back into it. It was 1 and a bit seconds. It's now only 5 tenths. He's chopped it in half in 4 laps, ladies and gentlemen. That is close, close, close. The 531 car is looking very, very racy indeed. Trying to file his way through. Can he get this job done? Can he get past the number 4 of Cherry? He's looking for it here. He's just finding his own rhythm and groove now too. The number 4 back onto Blackburn is sort of becoming a little bit of a cork in the bottle. Not the place you want to do it, and not the phase of the race to want to do it with under halfway left in this one. It is Cherry right on the clacker now. Once again, he's gone for the high line, but here comes Righthouse up the inside. Is he going to get this job done on the number 4? It looks pretty ominous here at the moment. Pretty close, just up the inside they go. Yeah, they figure it out. They've got a touch again there too, just at the point of not there. Holy mackerel indeed, that was close, close, close stuff. Is this going to be on like Donkey Kong between the two of them? It is, because I'll tell you what, Blackburn's just starting to get a little bit of a lead again. 4 tenths of a second. He's just closer than he wants to be, but crikey almighty, these guys are now close as you ever want to see it. 4 tenths of a second, 3 tenths of a second between 1, 2, and 3. And don't count out Tanner Blue. He's creeping up in the background. He's lurking here like a hyena on the back of lions in front of him, feeding off a bloody elk in the Sahara Desert, or whatever you want to call it. Really doing a great job here too, just to file his way back in the O'Reilly Auto Parts car. Eat your heart out, O'Reilly. There you go. It's over there as well. Bill O'Reilly, you name it, all those Americans out there. Not any relation to them, don't you worry about it. But the racing is still on here, ladies and gentlemen. It's cracking on here at the front. They're just starting to get a little bit closer. We've got to go back to this one, though, because a bit of hometown hero stuff for James Pedersen. Him and Meanies have traded places, though. But James still finds himself in 9th place in the 44 car. He's just had about 2 tenths of a second, but now it's gapped out to 4 a bit. So we've got to go back to this lead pack because it is on. Cherry, Blackburn, Righthouse, Blue. All within 4 tenths of each other, and half that too, because it's 2 tenths between the front 3, in fact. That is how close it is, but 12 to go here in this feature, and up the inside goes the move. Straight away goes Cherry. He was opportunistic and he's got the job done, but it's 2 by 2 again, and the overlap's going to be high line there for 48 car of Blackburn. Number 4 and 48 connect each other again, and they've just sent each other a bit too wide. Righthouse is getting involved in this. 11 to go in the feature. It is now the 531 car's perfect opportunity to get himself right up into this battle, and I think he's trying to get that job done now in the number 4 car, and they've traded places again. The 4 is just trying to fight around the outside, switching around the outside. He goes Trailer Park Girl style. This is incredible stuff. Look at the two of them bumping doors and getting feisty here in the closing stages. 10 to go. It's going to be 9 here right now, so it's underneath a decade of laps to come, and now it's a 531's turn to get himself involved. House, Blackburn, Cherry, all fighting over it. P1, 2 and 3 separated by 0.3 of a second total. Ladies and gentlemen, look at the 531 now, just getting closer and closer and closer for House. On the back end of Blackburn, he's coming good and strong in the last one here, and he's going for the middle line. Not going to jack that wheel up now, but the 48's got the overlap, and he'll just take it out the other side. Thankfully for that, that was as close as you ever wanted to get there, ladies and gentlemen. Cracking pass there. That was good stuff from Cherry. Blackburn, House to settle for second. Now it's going to be House's time to just settle back in with 7 to go and hopefully get a little bit more pace in that thing. There is nothing between these boys when they race. They are just flying through here, and it is all up to the man in the front to keep the pace and not bin it here on the last one. Carson Cherry's leading this race, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone else is spread out to about 1 or 2 seconds apiece, but this battle pack here is only spread by 1 second. Don't you worry about that. It is still Cherry leading, 6 to go, and they're coming up on some lap traffic markers. That's the 10th place in Groom that they're coming up on here now, so he's got to get out of the way quickly. This is going to be nefarious. Absolutely nefarious here if it gets close enough, and they're closing and closing with 5 to go. There is not enough time here to think that you're not going to catch them. I think they will here, and it's going to be this lead pack coming through on 9th and 10th. We're having their own little battle here. Groom and Meanies have just traded places there also too, so they're fighting. You can see them in the foreground there as well, and this battle pack's coming at a rate of knots. This is massive. Oh, massive impact. The number 11 of Groom has got in the way there of Carson Cherry and House. Blackburn got through, and he will be singing to the high heavens. That is it, and it's the first caution out of the night. Holy mackerel, right at the dying stages of this race. They've just got it. Oh, you eat your heart out for these boys. They've got to stay, wait there, and then just go, because it's only a couple of laps left in this one, and the cautions come out. Thank goodness me for the quick repairs. That was disaster coming through there on the backpack. We're going to have a quick look at that as the cautions out. Go on the replay sector here. This was nuts, ladies and gentlemen. Here he was. This is Groomy. So he's just come through, and all of a sudden that lead pack's come through. He's made contact, I think, here with that car. He has factored bang into that, and then he's straight into the path there of the number 4 and the number 531 car, and that is just dead set, deadly murderous scenes here on the racetrack, and that is how this caution has come out, ladies and gentlemen. Just a bit of tomfoolery in the background. Those lap traffic markers, they can get in the way, and then they cannot, and that is why we are back to racing here underneath the caution. For this, the pace track will be filing his way through. I think he's going to come in now, so a bit of a breather, and Meanies has just sent it into the pits after all that one too, so he's out. Gonskis, he's done. So I think that man right there is probably just going to be looking at himself and go, well, I don't know how we do it, but the pace car has gone in, and it is now white flag racing here if these boys get it done. I'm not too sure if the pace truck's going to come in before it happens, or are we just going to finish under caution? Oh, I don't know, but the white flag seems to be out, and I think we're going to finish this one underneath the caution flag, and it could be Cherry's win here. Carson Cherry absolutely kissed on the proverbial, I reckon, if this is under the old caution finish here for that one. But what an event so far. The pace truck is out, and they're going to go one more time here. It's a race down to the finish line. It's the final lap, and it's 3 to go here. They've already reset it to 3 to go, so this is good. 3 laps here now finally, and it's on like Donkey Kong here. It's Carson Cherry out in front. Blackburn and House align astern here. It's all going to be who can make the last lap dive. Is Blackburn going to do an ambitious move up the inside and get this job done here with 3 to go in this one? It's 2 now. The final lap is coming. The penultimate lap is here already, ladies and gentlemen. Blackburn cannot get any answers for the man out in front, and Cherry is 2.5 tenths away. It's too far unless absolute mare happens to Cherry there in the foreground and the lead of this race. But the white flag is about to come out here. This could be the moment that Carson Cherry's been waiting for. He started second. Oh, he's gone a bit wide there. He's gone a bit high. Is that going to give Blackburn a little bit of a sniff? He's 2 tenths away. It's not going to be enough here, ladies and gentlemen. The final turn is upon us, and Carson Cherry is going to go wacko and take the P1 position. Thank you, mother, for the rabbits, he says. Gets it done here in the feature. Holy mackerel indeed. Disaster, drama, you name it, but they all came back out with 3 to go, luckily, after the caution flag. But Cherry is the man. Dylan Blackburn, second place. Gallant effort from him all night as well. Preston Righthouse gets third. He'll be happy with that. He started in 5th, and that was a beautiful race to go on about. Holy mackerel indeed. Everyone else has just folded into the pits. Let's get the results up there, ladies and gentlemen, as the fireworks happen out at Eldora. Carson takes the win. Dylan Blackburn gets second by 0.3 of a second. Preston Righthouse gets third. Donnie Watts the third gets 4th again. 2 fourths for him in both the heat and the feature. Tanner Blue in 5th. Dylan Feek in 6th. James Pedersen from Australia gets 7th place. Stephen Cochran gets 8th. Joseph Groom, Meanies round out the top 10 with Bicky not even starting this one and didn't even race there, ladies and gentlemen. That is disastrous stuff for him. But what a race. What an event. What a scenario that we saw there at the end with 5 to go. And Wooshka, that was a huge, huge incident there. We're going to have to go and see that once again. Let's get that up pretty quickly here if I can get rid of that. This is how it all happened. Oh, got to get that out of the way. That was just a Wooshka. Oh, I'm going to have to do that again. Holy cow, indeed. Let's have a look at it one more time. This is how it happened. So he got on the high line and crossed up there by Meanies, who went slap into him. Thank you very much. And then it was just carnage. Just carnage ensued there by all the lead pack. I guarantee you there that Blackburn thought he was going to get the win, but he had to settle back in and go for it. And yeah, he didn't get the win in the end. And it was the one man, Carson Cherry, who took it by a country mile. And that is it. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. What a absolutely fantastic scenes that we saw in this one. Can't get the guys for the post-race interviews, I don't think. I'm going to check if they're quickly in there. Let's see. They're in the waiting room, in fact. So we'll go down to them. Give me 1 second here. Bear with me, and we'll get the old Discord happening on our end. And let's have a gander there to these blokes. I'm going to go sit down in there, and we'll get filing on here. Look at these boys. Wow, gentlemen. Well done for that race. That was carnage at the end. I can guarantee you there was a little bit of, oh, I don't know, it's probably a little bit hairy there, I would say, for the rest of you guys. But a big congratulations to you, Cherry. We'll start with you. How was that whole scenario heating up for you? And at the end, did you definitely shit the bed when you saw that mayhem happen in front of you?
Watch what happened in front of me, and I just saw it flash in front of my eyes, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't have anywhere to go. But yeah, it was scary.
That was scary indeed. I was hoping that these boys were just going to get it right out of your way, and then just a little bit of contact there, and it was all it mean between Meanies, and I think it was Groom who just got smashed into oblivion into the outside barrier. But that was a great first event. Congratulations on your first place there, mate. That was really, really good to see. We're going to go to second place, get Dylan Blackburn, mate. You had it on. You and Carson were absolutely fighting it for the nth degree for most of that feature there, mate. Was the switchback move in your mind about 3 or 4 times, or were you just getting clobbered too much in the rear end? You just thought, oh well, you go past Carson.
I was just trying to go anywhere to keep him behind me. I used up my stuff super early in this. This is really my first race in these cars. That hurts. I was dominating all race. Cars just drove all the way around me on the top somehow. And then that wreck happened in front of us. I was just hoping that somehow I'd put Carson in the back for it.
Yeah, well, I thought it would too, because when you went skipping on through, you would have been absolutely going, yeah, I've won this one. That is me done and won, boys, first time out. And then all of a sudden the caution comes out, and then you're backfiling single file next to each other. Oh, geez, the seas opened, and it was like Moses just came out of nowhere. But unfortunately, it's not the way racing goes for you. Congratulations on your second place there. And, well, the man who's got the correct village, I'm going to call him, Mr. Righthouse, who is right here ready to go. Preston, that was a good one, mate. In the heats, I noticed that you had a bit of a setup there that sort of came on a little bit later there. I don't know if you can change pressures with the fixed setups, but you just seemed to find your groove late, and you were nearly there fighting for a P1 throughout that feature.
Yeah, I could tell. I got up in the heat, and then all of a sudden I was back up front with them, and I noticed that I was going a lot slower than everybody else, and then all of a sudden I was up with them, and I was just like, well, I guess I found my groove.
It was good to see, mate. Was it the mid high line that you went to start, or was it just keeping mid track the whole way and reducing that radius that got your groove into it, so to speak?
Mostly trying to save my stuff, trying to save my tires and everything from going away at me instantly, and then I definitely was not running the same line as them. I was running way lower than them, and then I finally realized maybe I should just follow their line because they're a lot quicker than me.
Well, it seemed to work, because I'll tell you what, when you see those cars jacking the front wheel and digging in on the right rear, just coming in the midline and just losing all that momentum, it's a bit hairy out there, boys. And Eldora is a beautiful place to race. But give us something for the future here. What's the calendar's coming up? What are we looking forward to here in this season? What circuits are your guys' favourite? We'll start with the man who won the race in Carson, and then line of stern after that.
I believe for two fat guys, we usually do a bunch of like special events. Yeah, this was just one of them. We have the small car shootout coming up soon, I believe. I really believe that. And I'm not too sure when that'll come out. I think it'll be February 8th is when the race will be. And then after that, we have what we call the Truckers Tangle. We take Pro 2 trucks, Pro 2 lights, Pro 2s, and we take them to oval tracks. We call it the Truckers Tangle. And that'll be March 22nd. We do a special event a month, and then we have multiple like series going on right now with the David versus Goliath. But honestly, I'm just happy that we were able to do this, and we got a good field of cars and some really good people. And it sucks that Tyler crashed before the feature started.
Yeah, did see that. That was unfortunate for him as well. Mr. Blackburn, what's your favourite event coming your way here for TFG?
I'm just super excited to get running the David vs. Goliath series. I was supposed to be running week 1, but I completely forgot about it till like 1 minute after.
Well, then that's probably good stuff. You actually got let in by the boys, as Cherry said. There it was a good bunch of blokes to be with, so it's always a good community, and we know that over the other side of the world here with sensational events as well. It's good to have a good community and good boys to go racing with. And Right House, well, I'm sure you're probably just going to say the same thing about these boys, the David Goliath series, or am I completely wrong?
Actually, yeah, David Goliath. I've sat in the call for 4 hours with Cherry all day today, and I won the David Goliath first week. So I'm leading points, I believe, for David Goliath.
Oh wow! Oh, very good. Still yet to get amongst all of that stuff, boys. So I'll definitely get involved with that. But that's a big thank you to you, gentlemen. Well done on the feature 1, 2, and 3. I'm looking forward to calling more of this action in the future if I can get away from work on a Monday and start my other job. But for now, it's congratulations to yourself, Mr. Cherry. Blackburn and Right House are your second place and third place getters for that one. Thank you, gents, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
No worries indeed. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day, gentlemen. And that is us out for the rest of the night here at Sensational TV. I've been Zach O'Reilly. Chris Munro did not enter the commentary position like he promised me, so I'll be giving him a big slap. And not in the real world, just virtually. Don't worry about that, DV people out there. But for now, it's goodbye here at Sensational TV from Eldora Speedway. And I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow night for the GT3 Challenge with Aussie Sim Racing. That's going to be mental. Stick around for that one. Live at 7:40 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. Thank you to our day-right sponsors, Bilco Pack, SDT, Speed Nation, and ARD Importing for this one, and to everyone out there who subscribed. And thanks to the Cheese Board, the head of the Cheese Board, sending in a $3 super chat there as well. Thank you, mate, for your support. But for us now, it's goodbye, good evening, and good night. I've been Zach O'Reilly, and until next time, ladies and gentlemen, keep it flat out.
Sensational TV YouTube channel. Don't fucking miss it.